כל השונה הלכות בכל יום מובטח לו שהוא בין העולם הבא. בעזרת השם, the two mitzvot of the day today is the 7th of the month of Tishri, Friday, 6th day of the week of Parashat, Shabbat Ha'azinu. Bezrat Hashem, we will be learning the two mitzvot d'oraita. Mitzvah number 11 and 12. Number 11 says, no chametz may be present on any of Jewish property. Again, yesterday we learned mitzvah number 9, commandment, go and get rid of all the chametz from your properties. Now there's a prohibition for keeping it in your properties. Okay? Mitzvah number 1, Asur, as it says, Shivat Yamim Seor Lo Yimatze Bebitecha. This you understand. Hebrew understand, I hope. Okay, mitzvah number 12. We're not allowed to eat anything has chametz during Pesach. That means what? Kol machmetzet lo tochelu. All right, that's the pasuk. Bezrat Hashem, the mitzvot are sponsored today. Lulin Nishmat, Aaron ben Moshe, Yaakov Emil ben Emil ben Yaakov Golda. Okay, whatever. They're busy. What's the names? Lulin Nishmat. מכלוף בן רפאל, רחל בת בלה, וגם לעילוי נשמת, have you said already? אסתר בת, אריאל נתנאל. וגם להבדיל לרפואה שלמה לכל חומר ישראל. I said while you were talking over there, I said the name, don't worry, I'll figure it out. צדיק. בעזרת השם רפואה שלמה לכל חולם ישראל, בכללם לחיה בת דה, יוסף חיים בן מפרת, יעקב ישראל דניאל בן אנג'לה, יעקב בן רחל, יחיה בן אברהם וגם רחמה זוהרה. רפואה שלמה, I said already, נו. יהוד בן יוסף, בתיה בת טובה, אסתר בת טובה. Don't argue with me with my father was ניסים בן שמחה, שאול בן שמחה, יוסף בן שמחה, and אברהם בן שרה. Habibi, it's Yosef ben Mafrat. His mother's name is Mafrat. Don't argue with me. Okay, Habibi? So what are you arguing with? I love these people. Okay, anyway, good. Let's go. Now you have to sit down. You interrupted us 50 times. You have to sit down. Must sit down. At the Chayav Lashevet. Mitzvah number 11. It says like this. Is Shalom Bayit? Shalom Bayit is to learn Torah. Everybody, Moshe claps to join us. I know Markel over there likes to sit down. Yes, a lot. It says like this. Shelo yimatzeh hametz birshutenu kol yimei b'Pesach. There's a prohibition not to have any hametz anywhere in your possessions. As it says in Sefer Shemot, chapter 12, pasuk 19. Shivat Yamim Seor Lo Yimatzeh Bevatechem. It says over there clearly, anything that's living you may not be found in your possessions in the Torah for 7 days. Ubiaruch HaChamim Zimonam Livracha, and our sages explain, Lav Davke Beito Ela Kol Shebirshuto. The pasuk says, right, Bevatechem. Okay, Bevatechem. So the rabbi said it doesn't really mean your house. Literal translation, Bevatechem means your houses. So why did it, first of all, you have to figure out why it's using your houses. An average person, how many houses they own? If. So average people, they have one house. What was that? So why the Torah have to tell you about Techem? It means to include everything that belongs to him. And we're not only talking about east or something that makes things living, that makes davar chametz. The wadin lechametz, it's talking about anything that has that mamash chametz beinaim. The seor v'chametz chadu le'inyan isuro. The east, right? The east that we use to make the chametz. Okay, I don't know if they had the east that we have today in the olden days. Right, by the way, very important note. What? I don't believe they had east that we have today. East. It's the east. Who's going to east now? We talk about east to make the flour, to make dough.
The yud. You forgot the yud.
East?
No, yeast.
East?
Yeast.
Yeast. Not east, yeast.
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 Yeast is a wine.
Yeast. Okay, it's good. Thank you for teaching me English. I appreciate it. Yeast. Yeast did not exist 100 years ago the way we know today. It was actually created by a German scientist. The yeast that we all use today is the reason why we all fat and most people are dying. It was created specifically by a German, a chemist. Okay, it's chemicals, a lot of chloride over there, a lot of chlorine, and it makes the dough spoil quicker and blow up faster. Okay, it is the most dangerous creation for humans to swallow, to eat. People don't understand that yeast, that's current. But what does he talk about? Seor. What does Torah talk about Seor? Torah talks about Seor, we're talking about sourdough. Sourdough, which has no chemicals, this was the common thing. In the olden days, they would have a starter. They call it a starter. And then, Baruch Hashem, unlike the current science that we're being brainwashed, and the main proof, how do you know that the whole history that we're all being brainwashed today? Very simple. How many, you go right now on the street and you're going to write up in Google and you're going to ask, how many people knew that there was you remember that Million Marchmen? Remember that Million Marchmen? Louis Farrakhan, Million Marchmen. First time. In 1932, how about if I tell you that the American soldiers, the four, in World War I, had the same problem, not the same, just the same problem, even worse problem. The government gave them all checks. We owe you money after they came back from war. How many of you knew that there was such a thing? There was a big gathering by the monument, and there was maybe almost 1 million people, the soldiers that came back from war. And they were asking for, where's our checks? Where's our IOUs? And the United States government, did you know that, sent army on them, the current army, to attack those that were at the monument? Peaceful protesters. How many of you knew? None. Okay? What does that mean? Local, common, current events, history. What in the world? This is what children are learning today. Current events? If you take a look at history, they're lying. The whole thing is fake. Everything is fake. When I was growing up, at least I remember in Russia, what's history? Nothing. World War II we only knew about because we saw the movies. Nothing in the 1900s was a history. 1900s history? Yeah, you see that in the movies. In America, non-stop brainwashing you. So the whole world is brainwashing you. And everybody's asking why people are suffering. Sicknesses that people never heard. People never heard. You eat poison, continue eating poison, that's what happens. I told my wife, no more. Habibi, listen. Lady, sourdough. Real sourdough. My mother knows how to make it. You could learn on YouTube today. Sourdough, make real bread, and stop eating this garbage. And all this hashgachas, throw them to garbage. Garbage. You know what? The guy Menachem Begin, whatever his name is there, one of the administrators, he's all in. Fake meat now they're going to serve. They want to start growing meat for themselves. Apparently, according to this guy, it looks like a religious guy, talking on all over internet, all over commercials. OU is advertising. We're going to start allowing people to eat meat, and we're going to push people to eat cell. They take a cell from a meat, and they're going to start growing meat. No more cows. Cows are dangerous. Hashem doesn't know what he's talking about. Hashem made all these cows to destroy the world. Yeah? And this is talking about a Jew, a religious Jew, Kiviyachol. It's a quote-unquote, a fake. Stay away from these organizations. All of them are fake. They already said it. I don't understand what people are talking about. Nobody even talks about it. Again, I saw an article in Ami magazine a year and a half ago. They all said, all organizations, Hashgacha said, we were not there in the factories when the COVID shutdown, lockdowns happened. So, I understand. All the Hashgacha, there was 100 Hashgacha in Budapest. They were all the meeting. And they said, food is not kosher. But we certified it. That's Rashayim. What? So all the Jewish people think, if there's Hashgacha, it's kosher. But it's not healthy. It's not healthy. Harmful. Again, I went on the side because, again, it's very important. So we talk about eating chametz, eating matzah, very nice. But again, if I don't tell you the truth, we're being poisoned. Slow death, little by little. Because they believe the world is overpopulated. This nutcases, they think there's only 8 billion people in the world, which I say clearly, for sure, I'm almost 100% positive there's over 100 billion people in the world. But these monsters they're not giving in. They're not giving up. Brainwashing people constantly. Okay, anyway. Still, anything that makes chametz, anything that's seor,
The mayonnaise you buy today is bioengineered.
everything is fake. Everything is fake.
It says on the website of Israel.
I called one Hashgacha. You know what Hashgacha told me?
Bioengineered.
Excuse me, do you know what Hashgacha told me? We don't care about your health. We're to tell you this is this has no kratos. It's not taref. That's all. That's what Hashgacha cares. They don't care about you. That's what?
The Hashgacha is not a health organization.
It's- yeah.
Kosher or not kosher.
That's right. That's right. That's right. So what?
What you
That's not the way the Jewish people work.
Okay,
I care
that's
about
another
people.
story.
No, that's not another story.
Yes.
If I give you food and I tell you you could eat it because it's kosher, that means I'm telling you I'm actually stumbling block. All your sicknesses, all the mahalot, you didn't come shacharit davening, it's on OU. It's on OU, I promise you. In Shamayim, it's called such a thing. The fact that I'm giving you hashgacha, it makes people comfortable. And not everybody is educated to know how to find out if food is healthy or not. People assume, OU says it's good, that means it's good food. It shouldn't harm me. It shouldn't harm me. But if it tells for sure it's going to harm you, they know it's going to harm you, and they still give a certificate of that. They are lifted. Yeah.
Torah
You're
give
right.
you
You're right.
70
You're right.
years to live, even if you're eating all this.
Okay, let's go. Next.
You will go to the
משרשי מצווה כדי שנזכור לעולם הניסים שנעשו לנו ביציאת מצרים. The mitzvah over here is to distance yourself, habibi, from chametz. It's again, it's a piula, it's work. You have to toil into figuring out what has chametz, what doesn't have chametz, what is the purpose. So again, remind you of this constantly, that you came out of Egypt, Hashem took you out of Egypt, and made you from nothing to a kingdom. ונזכור בה שאירע לנו בעניין זה שמתוך חפזון יציאה יפינו העיסה מצה. Again, so another thing, the very famous midrash, that because we were coming out instantly, right? It was instant redemption, so the matzah, the dough couldn't become bloated up, and it became matzah. It was baked instantly. כי לא יוכלו להתממע עד שיהיה חמיץ. They couldn't wait until the dough becomes חמץ, it grows. כמו שכתוב, as it says over there, chapter 12 in Shmot, pasuk 39. ויאפו את הבצק, and it says over there, they baked the dough. The batzek, I guess maybe batzek in the Torah really means it's not blown up. It's not fermented. Okay, the batzek, maybe the language. It says for some reason we avoid the batzek. What does that have to do with that? It's not chametz. So batzek maybe doesn't have a shem chametz yet. Before, so again, there's a lot of different languages in the Torah. So it looks like I'm not sure, but it sounds like. Batzek, the word batzek indicates the flour, the dough didn't become chametz yet. That's the name. Okay, let me see if there's anybody who says that here like that, because that's what I'm seeing so far. Okay, let's continue. So again, there's a lot of halachot about chametz, how not to transgress this avera. One of the things we know very important is bitul. Whatever you saw, but you didn't see, or actually you put it to the other people's possession. Very important, obviously. Another big question. I told you the minhag Bukharim is we don't sell chametz. We don't have no chametz in the house. No such thing. Today you see some Bukharian organizations, some rabbis doing mimicking the other Sephardi rabbanim. Right? Ben Ish Chai was very makpid on this actually. He said only store owners are allowed to sell chametz. Only store owners because they have no choice. Hefset merubeh. Okay? Even though we said today every house is like a store owner. It's a store owner. Hefset merubeh. Still, we have a minhag. Minhag avotenu biyadenu. We don't sell chametz. So what do? Somebody tells me, but you have a problem. You have the pots. The bliyot, the chametz is in the pot. Okay, so to that answer is very simple. I tell them, listen, the pot, if there's chametz, first of all, it's nivgam. If there's any bliyot in there, okay. And if you tell me if there is chametz, first of all, it's not chametz ba'ayin, right? I put the pots away, and I'm mevatel all the chametz. If there's any chametz, it's not a chametz over alav shel pesach. I don't have that problem. What? You could, but you're not. You have a whole dishes. You have pesach dishes. Who wants to kasher anything? Yeah, you have pesach dishes. Yes, Bukharians, they kasher everything, right? In the olden days, they kasher everything. But that's the question. Let's say you say that there's chametz, some chametz in the pot. So again, so we know no dishes cannot be used unless it's pesach dishes. Why? Because of that same reason that it has chametz blowing, nivla. Chametz is sucked into it, and when you use it again, the same way. Let's say put hot soup. The what? Exactly, that's what it is. Agala. Okay, that's no problem. No problem. Now, agala does not work in pots dishes, porcelina, all those things. Only only metal pots, only metal dishes we do soaking. Nothing else works. Glass you don't need because we're Sephardim. We hold that glass is not a problem at all. Does not bolet. Is not bolet inside. Nothing goes into those glass dishes. Unlike Ashkenazim, that they say dishes, by them, glass is exactly like pottery. What is the glass made out of? Sand. So it's pottery. That's what they claim. But anyway, we hold that it doesn't go, and there's a lot of rules involved with that. And you could find all the halachot in Pesachim chapter 1 and 3. This mitzvah of getting rid of making sure there's no chametz in your house is everywhere at any time. Oh. So you have it like this: a person who did not get rid of the chametz, and you see that there's chametz in his possessions. He's going to be transgressing two avirot. What? There's the isur says bali rayeh, we shouldn't see chametz in your house. We see chametz in your house, and bali matzeh, they should not be found in your house. Obviously, it's found. Now, if he did it on Pesach, the guy went to Publix. And he bought chametz and brought it on Pesach. So he brought chametz into the house. There is a maaseh, there is a deed here. Only then he's allowed to be lashed. Okay? Or he made flour and made his own chametz. Okay. But we have a rule. He has a full pantry of chametz. He didn't throw it out. When did he buy this pantry? When did he fill it up? Before Pesach. There was no isur. You're allowed to have chametz in your house, no? The whole year round. So you have pantry full of chametz. He didn't do nothing. And look at Allah. He doesn't get lashed. Why? Why? Because we explained. Because he didn't do something. You could do a lot of averot. He did the averah, but he didn't do. The concept is, in order to get lashed, you must do. Okay? Like here in America, they have.
Not to have in your possession.
Right, yeah, it's Avera. It's Avera. Hashem is not happy with it. Whatever Hashem wants to do. The Beit Din, in order for Beit Din to punish somebody, for individuals to punish somebody, you have to be able to see something to do. Like I have a rule in my house. I don't hit. I hit my children sometimes. In the butt, like the government allows you. Haram. Give them sometimes. But anyway, that's the government now, and they're complaining why we have wild kids out in the street. Anyway, so give them the patch in the butt, like it's gonna help. Okay, so a girl comes over. Oh, Tati, he hit me. Oh, she hit me. The rule is, if I don't see, no punishment. A bedin cannot punish. You're a bedin. You're a judge now. You cannot punish a kid because one kid cried over the other kid. I only punish when I see. Oh, I see. Oh, you want to feel how it feels what you just did? But it's coming from the Tati. My hand is a little bit different than yours. Yeah, that's the rule. The rule is we can't punish until the Torah told us specifically that there is a sin being made, an action. An action gets a reaction. If there's no reaction, there's no reaction.
But that's here. But in Shemaim.
What in Shemaim?
In Shemaim, he still was punished. He didn't.
In Shemaim, you weren't here last night. Haram, your wife needed you. I tell everybody, your wives, ladies, you ain't going to Gan Eden. There is no Gan Eden for you unless you send your husband to learn and you don't call him, I'm stuck, call Uber. Let him learn Torah. People don't understand that. Anyway, yesterday we said, what do we do? Al-Chet. Al-Chet Shechatano. It's before Yom Kippur. Supposed to learn it, go into it. What are we doing there? Al-Chet Shechatano, I did a sin, Hashem forgive me. On what? I looked at bad pictures. Or bad. Do we understand even what we're saying? We don't understand nothing. Who wrote the tefillah? Navi, a prophet. When he wrote the tefillah, what did he have in mind? Whatever Hashem has, whatever Hashem sees. A prophet sees whatever Hashem allows us to see. So, Al-Chet Shechatanu Lefanecha, Hashem knows what sins are. We don't know. So, on Yom Kippur, what's the main avodah on Yom Kippur? The main thing is what we said already. Umodeh ve'ozev yirucham. Two things you're supposed to do, and the third one you're supposed to know even better than the first two. What's the first one? The first one you say, I sinned. The second thing you say, I regret, but this year we're going to add something. This, help. What, never do it again? You said it last year, you still did it this year. No? Hashem, I'll never do it again. Ma? No. Hashem, I don't want to do it again, but I don't know if I can listen to you. Help me not to do it. No.
I try to do it.
No, help me.
Because he's going to
Help me. No, you have to ask him to help you. And the most important thing, the most important thing, Chevra, which the most important thing of all these two, even more important than those two. You know what is more important than those two?
Don't do it again.
Yerucham. Knowing Hashem is forgave. Knowing Hashem is forgave. The Satan catches us so good. He hates us so. He makes us think it was not good enough. Hashem, exactly. I'm not so perfect. Hashem didn't accept it. You agree? You agree that you did the sin? Yes. Hashem, I saw bad pictures. I spoke big things. I said bad things to my wife, to my friends. We spoke about frivolity. We spoke about this. Hashem, I did it. Hashem, please help me. I don't want to do it again. Please help me not to do it again. Please help me. But the more important than all of that, I believe you. Yerucham. The pasuk tells you. Hashem forgives. Go with it. No, I don't know. I'm in doubt. No, Yaakov Avinu is in doubt. Maybe Yaakov Avinu was not in doubt that Hashem forgave him. When Yaakov Avinu was going before his meeting Esav, his prayer, that didn't say that the Gemara doesn't say that he didn't believe in Hashem. So the Gemara asks, well, so why is he crying? So why is he crying? He didn't cry because he didn't believe Hashem forgave him. It says over there, Hashem garam achet. Maybe he did another sin. So that maybe he did another sin, another averah. Maybe he did another sin. That's all. But you know, on Yom Kippur, you're sitting in front of Hashem. Hashem forgive you. That's a simcha. It's a Yom Tov. It's a joy day, and you're supposed to be happy. Supposed to be happy. Bezat Hashem, Mitzvah 12. Shelo le'achol mikol davar sheyesh bo chametz. Now, the rule is on Shmo. It says in Shmo chapter 12, pasuk 20. Kol machmetzet lo tochelu. You prohibited from eating anything that become chametz, that became elevated. Now, again, with that, what is Shoresh Mitzvah? Let's see. Okay, so there's going to be all kind of different mixtures. If it has a mixture, there's a lot of halachot involved. What is chametz exactly? What is allowed to be kept? Let's say shoe polish. They say shoe polish is made out of chametz. A lot of it. But once it's shoe polish already, it's no more. Dog even cannot eat it. So again, this is again the same thing concept over here. The point of this mitzvah is to constantly concentrate and learn and to acknowledge that HaKadosh Baruch Hu gave us such a high level. Now, what is how much chametz to eat? You're going to be over how much chametz is going to be found in his house. All those halachot are discussed in Masechet Pesachim. Tut? Yeah.
You can have it.
Yeah, for sure. If it goes to the mouth. No.
You don't have to buy kosher one.
1 second. Kosher, if it has chametz for sure, the toothpaste? The dogs don't eat it? The dogs don't eat toothpaste if you say so. No problem.
I don't say it. It's
people like me, what do you mean? The people like you don't say it? Why is this guy? No, I get. Nohegim b'zacharim u'nekevot. This mitzvah, this prohibition of eating chametz is for anybody. B'chol makom b'chol zman, for any time. V'over alei alokeh. A person eats chametz that has chametz gets lashed. How much? What are we talking about? U'b'tnai sheyeh bahen kazayit b'gdei achilat pras. He should be able to eat enough of kazayit in what? In the time that it takes to eat about 4 minutes. 4 to 7. It's machlokes. You say 7.
4 to 7.
I take the machmir side.
No, but you want to punish him, so you take the long one. For sure.
No, if you want to easy,
you have to take 7.
No, it's 4.
No, because 4 minutes. If he eat it in 5 minutes, you said I don't punish it. No, it's better to punish it. So it's 7 minutes.
He's gonna put me in my place. Good. Don't put me in my place. I like it. Push him out. Let me. No, but I'm a machmir. I finish in 4 minutes. Matzah, same thing. Well, I don't play games.
During Pesach, I agree.
That's why I'm so fat. What do you think I'm so fat, guys? Come on. אבל אין בו כרת לדעת הרמב"ם, זיכרונו לברכה. ולדעת הרמב"ן, זיכרונו לברכה, יש בו כרת. There's a מחלוקת. Rambam says this person does not get karet. ולדעת הרמב"ן, זיכרונו לברכה, יש בו כרת. So מחלוקת now. Rambam and Ramban. There's a מחלוקת כרת, it gets cut off. ואם אין בו כזית בגדי אכילת פרס, אין בו חיוב מלכות. So if there is not enough, there's not 26 grams, 28 grams, whatever you hold the kazayit is, and in that time that he ate, in let's say more than 7 minutes, or within the 7 minutes even, what's his name? And bo chiyuv malkut. Ela dino kedin, he doesn't get lashed. Chatzi shiur, asur min Torah. He ate less than a shiur, he's still asur min Torah. Ve'en lo kila lav bazei yodu shneim zichronam levacha. So again, there's a machloket, something to walk away with. There is a machloket between Rambam and Ramban if there is karet. Bezat Hashem, if you have to go to work, make a lot of money without any headaches.
Amen.